City boy. City boys on the block, in the field, on the screens, in your ear. Turn me up, listen up real clear. City boys, we known to keep it real. 1, 2, 3. City boy.
Welcome to the City Boy Podcast, straight out of Austin, where a bunch of guys talk about the shit we love, whether that be sports or whatever we feel like talking about that day. I'm your host, your dog, JamirGotHeart, and I'm here with some of my dogs.
Your boy GHines.
What up, y'all? MoonmanEd, glad to be back.
We took a little break, you know what I'm saying? Had to recalibrate, get some things back in line so we can be better for y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just to tap in with y'all, what is your squad, G?
My actual squad, being an actual NBA fan, we don't have no professional team in Austin, so I'm a LeBron fan.
So you just go wherever he go.
I go wherever LeBron go, basically.
That's a safe pick. And you is...
I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. Hasn't been the best season for us, but it's looking good. Lonzo Ball is practicing. He's getting back at 100%, and hopefully we have a better turnout next year. Fuck Zach LaVine.
Y'all need a better turnout.
Yeah.
But I am a Spurs fan, you know what I'm saying? A Wemby. We win in the chip probably in the next 2-3 years. Let's be real with it.
I want to say about 2.
That's crazy.
He needs a legitimate number 2.
We're going to get that, though.
I heard it's Trae Young. That's the
Woo! We'll get there. We'll get there. But playoffs is hot. We got a lot of intense series going on. Where y'all want to start? Which series y'all want to dive into first?
Well, since you're already kind of hot, we might as well dive into the Luka versus OKC.
Why you want to start there?
Because, bro, you've been look, before we even started recording, this man was already getting hot. This man was sweating.
Well, let's dive into it. The series is 2-2. You know what I'm saying? OKC number 1 seed playing against number 5 in Dallas.
Luka playing kind of hurt, and he's not playing as good as he normally does, but
Terrible.
they're still pulling out wins. And if you can do that as the superstar player, then that's all you need to do in the playoffs is get that win.
It's situations like this is why you got a player like Kyrie Irving to kind of rely on him to get buckets while Luka is, you know what I'm saying, recovering from his injury. But make no doubt about it, like, this series is going to go to 7 games. Like, it's a really intense series, and it can go either way, bro.
All I hear is look at this, look at that. How about the Mavs as a whole?
They are actually playing better than I thought.
The whole roster
as
set
a
up
team
solid.
unit, everyone is playing their role and doing it even better than I expected them to.
The team is a solid team.
It is.
Ever since the trades they made, that's a solid
Very solid team.
roster construction.
Yes.
But all I hear is Luka Luka carried them. He didn't backpack them into the playoffs.
Yeah, but, like, you know, he is the superstar player on that team, you know.
And he's been playing horrible.
I mean, he had a triple-double last game.
Shooting
Luka
6 for 20. That's horrible.
Luka
That's
has
completely
been playing-
shitty.
He has been playing bad. That's no excuse. But the only thing I can say is besides the injuries, he's pulling out the wins.
Is he pulling out the wins or the Mavs pulling out the
The
wins?
Mavs are pulling out the wins.
If I'm not mistaken, the games they won in this series, he hasn't even been the highest scorer on the team in neither game.
That's fine.
Like,
That's fine. The playoffs is 4 series to get to the finals. So if this one series he's not the one to do it, that's fine. But if it advances them, he'll do it next series.
But niggas still gonna be, they still gonna be gashing him up
because he
but
in
it ain't
the
even
next
him.
round while everyone else like Shea, they're eliminated back at home. So
What did Shea win?
and actually Shea is playing better than I thought he
Better
would in
than
the playoffs.
Luka.
He's playing better.
Yes, he's playing better than Luka.
Okay.
More
I'll give him
efficient.
that.
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
give him that. Shea definitely is, but I still have the Mavs getting out of this round.
How about you? Who you got coming out of this round?
I got OKC, but like I said, it's going to go to 7 games. Both teams are solid. If Luka can just get a little bit back into form, maybe talking a different game. But lately, to answer your question, like game 3, Kyrie went off. You know what I'm saying? He had the game-winning shot. So, just to give you your 2 cents on that,
So you picking OKC?
OKC, yeah.
I got the Mavs.
I actually got OKC and the T-Wolves in the Western Conference Finals.
I can see the Mavs winning because, I can just tell the same thing that happened with the Clippers. The Thunder are overwhelmed with the size of the Mavs. They're not overwhelmed with Luka.
Right.
They're overwhelmed with the size
That's true.
that you got PJ Washington and Gafford out there. Then you swap them out for Likely and Keebler. You got size all the time, even when the bench come in. The Thunder only got Chet, and when Chet go, you got Williams come in. I think that's his name, and he's an undersized big, so you're playing small ball. He getting killed out there in pick and roll. It just, you know what I'm saying? Size is the case, but just like I said with the Clippers, they'll beat the Mavs if they can shoot. Because when they shooting well, then niggas can't sit in the paint. So it can go either way. I want OKC to win, but I could very well see, especially if PJ stay hot, the Mavs taking that.
I just think it's going to be Luka's health. If he comes back healthy, that's going to be the difference.
Because they're doing this in spite of Luka playing bad. That's really the point I'm looking at. The Mavs look like a good team in spite of their number one option playing bad.
But even if Luka was healthy, he still plays inefficient.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Bro, I'm telling you, he shoots high volume, he shoots a low percentage, and he makes a lot of points from the free throw line. He's not that good.
He was third in MVP for a reason.
He should have been fourth or fifth.
In my opinion, in my honest opinion, I think he should have been second.
What the fuck?
Jokic won, but I think he should have went second.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Get back to the playoffs.
I can see that. He should have been second, though. I feel
Shea third, Jokic first.
All right, hot question real quick. If you had to build a team around one of these star players in that series, whether that be Shea or Luka, who y'all building y'all team around? They both young players, MVP candidates, leading a team.
But even though they are young and they're good as for their age, we're talking about two different kind of players. Yeah. Luka is an overall point guard. He can get you rebounds, assists, and buckets. Shea, on the other hand, he's just scoring only. And he makes all his shots, like you were saying earlier, 60% from the field. He makes most of his shots. Mm-hmm. So that's what you get with him. But I'd rather take the point guard who does a little bit of everything, bro. Okay. I respect that.
So you'll pick Luka? I
pick Luka.
How about you?
Same. I would pick Luka. I would rather have the point guard who can do it all versus the two-way scoring guard. So it's two things to look at when you're trying to build a team. But as far as the offensive skill set, you're probably taking Shea. Who you want as your number one option, who you building around as your number one scoring option, you're taking Shea. But
yeah, I'm taking Shea.
But if you're someone who you're building a team around, this guy can be like a Robin to my Batman. You can go get Luka. That's how I'm looking at the players.
I'm picking Shea. I'm just gonna be straight with you. I don't want to play inefficient basketball. I don't want to rely on Buddy to come down court and set up my offense and shoot shots. That consistently has not been proven to win.
So I will say this. Luka and Shea are about the same age. They're about 25, came in the same draft. Do you see the difference in accolades in Luka and Shea?
But then you also...
Since they're rookie, even to right now, like the progression Shea had to get where he is right now to where Luka has already been and where he's transcended to.
But then you got to think, like, Shea also didn't come in a situation where he was just... People was riding his meat, no diddy, off the gate out the gate and just giving him the ball to hold it for 30 minutes. Like, that just didn't happen.
I wouldn't say that came for Luka either.
It did. Like, he came on a shitty-ass Mavs team that only had Dirk.
That's true, but at the same time, he had that stigma of being a European basketball player. No one wants to touch them. So at the same time, it's like he didn't even go first. When you look in hindsight, he should have went first that draft. But
like it's not like he was some scrub for some unknown team in Europe. Like he was playing for one of the top basketball teams in Europe, Real Madrid basketball. So like, come on now, like put some respect on that.
I feel you.
Fuck the soccer team though.
I feel you, but his usage rate is just extremely too high, and you don't win that way. Even LeBron didn't win that way. MJ didn't win that way. Kobe
LeBron-
didn't win that
but
way.
LeBron always
you
gets the
have
ball
to share
first,
the
though.
ball at some point.
But LeBron always gets the ball first. Like, it has to go through him. He's
But
the facilitator.
He's not holding it. Y'all gotta really watch Luka. He holds it too long. It's easy to guard. Elite teams with great defenses, that's easy. You just gonna hold it, try to get a foul. James Harden tried it. James Harden never won a ring. Luka plays the same way. He's never gonna win a ring that way. Change the way you play, and then I would respect you. You shouldn't, if you're a great player, you don't need the ball all the damn time. First of all, you shoot 30 shots almost every fucking game. 30 to 20 shots every game. And you only make, at most, 11.
I would say
like
from the field, he shoots about 50%. I would say he's been shooting horrible in the playoffs.
So stop shooting.
Have you seen his knees?
Fuck his knees.
His knees look like somebody's been hitting him with rocks or something, bro.
Fuck his knees.
He's all
Got D-Wade knees.
he's all taped up, man. So he's just hurt.
But I wish Luka the best, you know what I'm saying? I just wish, people start riding his meat. Now let's go to another series.
Yeah, let's do the West.
Yeah.
The Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their series is tied 2-2 as well. Who y'all got in that one?
And I wanna push this narrative again. Is MJ's lost kid or something? Like,
Bro, why y'all always want to go
like that man has straight dog on him, bro. And it's just he's yapping it at Murray all the time. Like, I'm finna bust your ass. But like, I like that. It's good basketball. It gets the most out of you, right?
Yeah.
But it's a good series, man. Like, T-Wolves won out 2 away. Nuggets won 2 away.
Who you got going right now? Who you got winning?
T-Wolves. I feel like the mentality that Edwards brings to the team, man, that's somebody you would like play hard for, bro.
How about you, G? Who you got going?
I'm going with the Nuggets. They're the defending champs for a reason. They have the MVP for a reason. I feel like they finna go up, and once they take that momentum and go up in the series, it's just gonna look bad. A lot of people don't realize like Ant is really young. He's 22. Like, this is his second playoff series that he's advanced to. Like, so I don't think he realizes what moment he's in or how many wins he even has to get to even win an NBA championship. So I called him and Shea overrated, and it wasn't more of a like it wasn't more of a like they're not good players. It's the people are putting them on pedestals where they haven't did anything yet.
I feel it. They overrated though.
They're top 10 players in the NBA, but the way people are rating them is over what they are. If that makes sense.
People is riding the Ant a little bit too hard.
Ant has 7 playoff wins. Like, the way people are talking about Ant is like he's you feel me?
Like he proven. Like he
Luka has like I don't even want to get into Luka. Luka's 25
go.
with 4 first-team All-NBA. It's gonna be 5 this year. But people are, you feel me? That's
why they keep throwing them in there.
and then
But we're not
Shea is
even
25
talking
with what 1 or 2. So I'm like, how are y'all comparing these guys to Luka, and they haven't did anything? Like, this is last round was Shea's first playoff series win. He's been in the league since Luka. He's only won 1 playoff series. Like, no. So the way that people are rating these guys is cool. They're chasing MVPs in regular season highlights and stuff, but in the postseason is where you got to really evaluate players. And
I just feel like people are noticing that Ant's building something in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like, he's on the rise.
Yeah.
Like, he's eventually going to be like what the Nuggets are at, you know what I'm saying? So
or can be.
can be, yeah. And if it just stays the course, they're going to be a dominant force to come. And
But a lot of people don't need to also mention that Luka been bounced twice in the first round as well, or early in the playoffs. So like, let's also, he had a Cinderella story in the bubble, but that's the only Cinderella story he didn't have. He'd been bounced, so people be like, "Oh, he make it to the play." No, you sold in the playoffs too. So let's get that understood. I got for the Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I want to see Minnesota. I like the Nuggets though. Like, they've defending champs. I feel like they worked hard and earned their spot there. They the vets now in this situation. Jokic, he cold. I can't hate on him too much. Like, no big man can fuck with him. He can.
And people don't
it's cheese. It's cheese.
People don't respect Murray for some reason. People think now he's inconsistent, But when that fourth quarter hits and the game is on the line, make sure you got 2 guys on Murray, bro.
But I honestly do think if Minnesota somehow beats the Nuggets, those are the NBA champions. Because the way they roster is constructed, even if the Mavs get through with their size, they can't. I don't see them Gafford and PJ messing with Cat and Gobert. Like they gonna kill them, or they should kill them on paper.
They should. So whoever comes out of the T-Wolves and the Nuggets, they're going to the finals, I think. Because they'll beat whoever come out of the Mavs and Thunder, in my opinion. But I don't think Cat is consistent enough to keep up with the Nuggets. And needs that.
Inconsistent in this series. Last series, he was firing.
He was good.
He was hitting.
And needs a number 2. Like he showed he can go get his 40. He can go get 50 if he need. But he needs someone else who can help me get like a 25 or a 30 that I need just in case.
Would you trade Cat for for someone smaller?
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Not even smaller. I would just trade Cat for his value. Who would you be getting back for Cat?
That's what I'm saying. Who are you going for? Who? Like, first of all, the series ain't over yet, and it's very, very high potential that they can go fuck around and win the championship. So, if that's the case, do they need to get rid of Cat?
I think the issue that I saw last game with Cat is he just lets Jokic do whatever he wants. Like, get on him.
Cat's not really a good defender, and I feel like they play better with Nas Reed because Cat was out half the year,
right?
And so I feel like you make that transition and go get Cat's value, put Nas as your starter, and just move from there.
I feel like
Cat nice though. Cat nice. He's just inconsistent.
The thing that's good about having Cat right now is that he is like a really good set shooter.
Yeah, he spread the floor.
And Ant can get to the rim. So like the option that he can kick out the Cat and he'll drain a 3, he almost automatic out there right now. That's a deadly combo. I still think Cat is at his best when he in the paint and he playing like back to the basket. He had footwork. He had the bag when he was doing it, but he kind of fell off of that a little bit, trying to be pretty. He is light skinned. So I ain't surprised.
I just think he's letting that responsibility go to Gobert. He's kind of just taking back and just accept that, okay, I'm going to be a shooter. I'm going to play offense. Yeah. Fuck trying to get down low.
It used to be Cat's team, but you can tell he's taking the back seat. And is the face of the Timberwolves now. Let me ride the coattails. As long as we get a ring, it's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Whose future would y'all rather have? The Timberwolves team or the Nuggets? Who do y'all see having multiple championships, doing it for the longer haul?
I would go with the Nuggets. The Nuggets have a core they're all signed. They're going to be together for probably 2 years. Mm-hmm. So I would probably go with that. I don't think the Timberwolves even have their actual core together. They have Ant, and they're just working with what they got. But I don't think they have faith in the number 2 right now. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely go with the Nuggets on that one.
But I think that's what makes the Timberwolves situation a little bit good because they don't have that number 2 player. And the fact that Ant is 22 and they have Cat and Gobert for a couple years, they can get somebody in the draft or sign somebody off rip, Mm-hmm. So the future in Minnesota is looking really bright as long as they just don't get any bullshit out the way. But for the most part, I'll take the T-Wolves future.
Yeah, I would have to take. I think the Nuggets can pull off probably maybe 1 or 2 more championships the way they currently constructed, they core. Even Gordon, if they can keep Gordon in there, he a key piece. I do like the upside of Ant though, Buddy could actually become a 1 or 2 time MVP. I can see him winning more MVPs than I do see Luka winning MVPs. To be honest, all right. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Calm down.
But I ain't gonna keep shooting at Luka. I'm going to go to the East. We got the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Ooh-wee.
The number 1 seed versus who? What was the Cavs?
I think they were 5, no?
5 or 4?
Cavs were 4.
4? And right now, to me, it's kind of one-sided.
I mean, the Cavs are – Mitchell got hurt. He had, he – Hurt. And then Jared Allen's been MIA. Jared Allen's a key piece in that Cleveland roster. Like I said, man, I had Cleveland going to the finals, bro. Because I do believe that they're that good. Yeah, the Cavs just have injuries. Like Mitchell was out last game, and then Jared Allen hasn't played at all. He's a very essential piece in that Cleveland team.
Do you think he even mattered though?
I think so, bro. Because like he's a presence. He's a big man presence. Like,
huge. I was actually going for the Cavs in this series.
What? Y'all all hating on the Celtics?
The Celtics are very inconsistent, bro. They have the deepest team in my opinion. In the NBA, they have the deepest team. Like their fifth man can get you 30 on a surprising night. It could be Pritchard having a crazy night one night. It could be Hauser. It could be Horford going crazy. You feel me? Yeah. Out of the 82 games, he probably had like 3 games. He had 20 or something like that. But I had the Cavs, and I thought it was weird that the one game all of their stars were injured was the game LeBron was courtside at. And that was kind of weird to me. Not just by itself. Not the last game they just lost. Not by itself. He was there with Rich Paul. And his wife. The one game the stars aren't playing, that seemed like a little scouting to me, but I feel like he's making a little
there's a bigger plan that's happening behind the scenes.
I know they inconsistent, but they didn't prove that they can at least get to the conference finals. If been to the finals once, they good enough to get there, even with the inconsistency.
Because the East ass. The East is ass.
The East is definitely sorry this year, but the past few years it's been kind of tough up and down. You know what I'm saying? Not as tough as the West. The West is always loaded, but the East hasn't been no just easy path recently.
But I put it to you like this: if LeBron goes back to Cleveland, 39-year-old LeBron would sweep these Boston Celtics.
Yes.
Bro. Oh, God.
Yes. I can see that because the Boston Celtics, they don't got no dog in them. Oh. They just kind of soft. I'm not going to lie to you.
Their floor is like first round exit, and then their ceiling is NBA champions. Yeah. Exactly. It's hard to describe.
They looking for that dog. Like, that's why they got Drew Holiday and Derek White, because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they just weak.
Yeah, they like chihuahuas, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But they can go off any moment. But they combo, I believe they could. This is their best shot this season they've had to win a championship.
Yeah.
So I picked them to win this series, but I'm just not a believer of the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. It don't
mesh to me. Yeah. They play the same position first off. So I don't think that's meshing. That's like having 2 point guards running the guard.
Exactly. That's exactly. You hit it right on the button. That's what Celtics trying to do, and the same reason why them two dudes holding the ball too much is the same reason why the Mavs can't win the championship. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to emphasize Luka will never win a championship.
As remind me of the 2019 Rockets when they had CP3 and Harden. And they had, they had a deep team, but Harden didn't show up in that matchup. But if Luka plays like Luka, you'll understand like how good he is without the team itself, though.
I feel it.
I'm not condoning your message about Luka, but I comprehend it.
Yeah, Luka will never win a ring. But Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got a better shot because at least they split the usage between two players.
So you're saying right now, in Luka's career, he will never win.
He will never ever win a ring.
Y'all hear.
Unless he is on the bench, I promise you. Well, the other series in the East, I feel like it's kind of sad to watch. Because the Knicks could be easily handling up on Indiana, but they just
hurt.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Brunson, the true third man in the MVP race, not Luka. It should have been Jalen Brunson.
Should be MVP regardless.
He should have been. They should have been like 3-1 right now. It shouldn't be like tied up like it is.
I mean, look, give Indiana their dues. They're getting buckets, bro. Like Tyrese is hitting everything. Miles Turner's locking down.
He has a hamstring injury as well. He's been battling since the All-Star break. So it ain't just the Knicks that's just hurt. But I will say that the Knicks only won 52 games in the East, and the Mavs won 50 in the West. When we talk about which conference is harder,
Jalen Brunson was a 2 seed though, huh?
I mean, Luka would have been a 1 seed in the East. I had the Pacers coming out of this one. just because of how New York is getting just beat up right now. It's bad for them. Like,
Yeah,
Josh playing every minute.
If Mitchell had, wasn't going to be out for as long as he's going to be out, I would be picking the Knicks still. But sorry, New York. Sorry, Stephen A. But y'all sorry.
And then Randall missed the whole postseason.
Yeah.
That was a huge blow.
Yeah.
Regardless, whoever comes out of this series will lose to the Celtics.
It's the Celtics, bro. I can't even say that.
I can't even be confident.
I can't even be confident. Celtics can sweep them or they can lose in 7. Like, that's the type of team they is.
But I'm not a believer in Tyrese Halliburton.
You don't like his game?
It's Luka-ish.
He's top 5.
He's
He's top 5 point guard, bro.
Come on, man.
He does a little bit better. He doesn't hold the ball as much, but he is.
He's a lot more efficient. He's probably like a top 3 pure point guard in the NBA. When it comes to just a pure point, he's top 3. Bro.
He's still a little bit. He need a little bit more work though. I don't think he there yet. He need a little bit.
Got size.
I don't think he should have been an all-star starter over Brunson. Him and Dame were starters over Brunson.
So exactly. So out of them two players in that series, you got and the Pacers, you got Halliburton. On the Knicks, you got Brunson. Who y'all would rather build a team around?
Look, Brunson is.
Hallie.
No, you're good. Brunson, I said from the beginning, like Brunson to me was the dark horse MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He's been balling out. He's been balling out since he left Dallas.
Nah, he was hooping in Dallas too.
Yeah, for sure.
He was probably getting sold a little bit because somebody was holding the ball too much. So then when he stopped holding the ball, he get over here. He can do even
buckets.
They
Yeah,
ran into the team that won the championship that year.
yeah. I'll choose Brunson. Brunson looks good.
Brunson is nice.
Who you picking?
I'm gonna go with Halliburton.
Why?
He has a lot more upside,
Yeah, I can see that.
and then it's just being over there in Indiana. It's just I feel like he has more he can work with.
I can see that. I see the upside because he is lengthy, and he's a long guard, a decent jump shot. I see the hungrier player is Brunson, and that obviously translates to the team, as you could tell. It happened when he was in Dallas. The first year he left Dallas, Dallas was struggling. But he went to the Knicks, and they instantly had firepower. The culture changed. They instantly was hitting people in the mouth like, we not nothing to play with over here.
He a winner.
The only thing annoying about this is hearing New York fans. Just New York fans are.
They're the most profitable franchise in the NBA.
Hey, but that shit do be funny. Like after they win, the fans outside, they be like, "Fuck Trae Young!"
Yeah, on that sidewalk NYC.
Hell yeah, man, that shit be hilarious, bro.
They had the little 6-year-old out there.
Yeah, cussing and shit.
Like,
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah.
that was hard.
They got pride in their
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, that's New York.
That's one player though. Like I wouldn't even be mad if he won a ring. If he won a ring, if Brunson won a ring for New York, I think that'd just be like, name him the king of y'all city. Because fucking Patrick Ewing couldn't do it. Let's head to the offseason real quick. That's the opportunity for a lot of teams to make big changes. And we just did the draft lottery. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go ahead and go first. You know what I'm saying? Spurs Nation, we up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Raptors. You tried to tank on us at the end of the season to get that draft pick. But guess who it's coming to? That number 8 pick coming to the Spurs. We fell to 4. Man, I was hot, bro. I was watching that whole, and I was just like, they went to commercial real quick, and they was like, oh, Spurs fell in the top 4, so they got a chance for the number 1. So I'm sitting there, very first team, and the number 4 pick, I said, fuck, man. Hold my niggas, dog. Let us get number 1, dog.
That's crazy.
But still, we got 2 lottery picks, so we got options over here in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's crazy too, because like Atlanta won the draft lottery, and they were at 2%, bro. My Bulls were at 3%. The fucking bullshit.
Nah. It was reverse.
Was it?
The Hawks had 3%, and the Bulls had 2%. But still, that's a low ass percentage to be getting number 1.
Shit, bro.
They honestly need to change the lottery system. I think the 2 worst teams should only be in the lottery, and then everybody else should be by record.
I feel that.
They can't do that. They tried. Like the reason they changed that was because the Sixers.
I mean, I feel for Detroit. Like Detroit was the worst team in the league, bro, and like
They not getting nothing out of it. So they getting solid players, but like it's not. They not getting no generational.
You feel me? The fifth pick is. I mean, you can find a steal, but
Yeah.
being the worst record, you should be in the top 2 picks in my opinion. If not the best player, the very next player should go to you. Is how I feel.
feel bad for Cade Cunningham, bro. Like
They gotta blame the Sixers for that because they was able to pull off Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. They had Jaleel Okafor, Nerlens Noel. Them was all 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and they was like, all right, let's chill out because y'all just getting all the big men and not doing nothing with them. Nerlens Noel, if he would have went to a different team from the jump, he'd still be in the league. I believe. Same thing with Jaleel Okafor. He had the footwork. He was like Tim Duncan 2.0. But he went to the Sixers that had all these other big dudes, and he didn't get his moment to really develop like he needed to.
Bro, it's actually crazy in hindsight when you think about them niggas had Embiid and Okafor and Noel, right? Like that's like what kind of that's stupid as hell when you think about it.
and
bro.
Ben Simmons.
Then Ben Simmons came in the mix too. Like
What are y'all playing?
And they had
You could-
Markelle Fultz too.
Like that,
he sold them. I saw Jaleel Okafor on Rainy
Hey,
Street.
folks. Speaking of folks, they did get eliminated, but folks is back on his little redemption little path. He balling.
Jaleel Okafor, you sold me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw you on Rainy Street. I dabbed you up. I said, go get a bucket. But I ain't seen you in the league since, dog. I ain't seen you in the league since. I love that you got you got the bag, but damn.
But I understand why you don't want to allow them to tank. So there just has to be like a middle thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit can't keep getting hoed like this, bro. It's sad. I feel bad for Motown.
It's bigger than that to me, because Orlando was able to come out the slump. Yeah. Like it's your organization as a whole to get you out the slump.
Some teams tank games too, because if you lose 20 games in a row, why is that coach still your head coach?
Facts,
Yeah, bro.
facts.
They kept him as coach for even after they lost 20 in a row and they won one game and lost another like 15 in a row. They kept him as the coach. So it's obviously a reason going.
Detroit don't deserve no like sympathy because Orlando was able to get out of there. It's somebody else that was able to get out of there. Like Philly was able to emerge from it. Like
Kings.
Shit, Atlanta.
The Kings too.
it's other teams that like was their organizations was better set up to pull them out of the
The
hole.
Thunder, they lost Russ and KD. Look at them, right back with superstars. A dynasty at that.
They don't deserve no sympathy, bro. They got to your organization, your coaching staffs, and all that is because Cade Cunningham to me honestly is still got all-star potential at the end of the day.
He's young.
You got to put the pieces around him.
He's young.
And you don't got no pieces around him.
Could be some trade value. He might be in San Antonio.
Shit. They Atlanta Hawks though. What y'all see them doing? They got the number one. Like they mentioned how like this draft, there's no sure shot number one. Like it's about 5-6 players that they all good in their own way. They got Trae Young. They got DeJounte Murray.
From what they're telling me is, well, from what I'm reading, they're saying that Trae's out of there. So that number one pick.
Let go of my nigga DeJounte, dog. You try to trade him at the deadline. Let go.
Because DeJounte's better though.
He is.
He's better on both sides of the ball, and that's really where Trae he's the liability. If he's not hitting shit, then he's trash on defense too. So now you're not scoring, and then niggas scoring on you. Why are you on the court? You feel me? But I feel like with DeJounte, they're gonna go in the next direction, and then they got the number one pick. They're gonna get trade value for Trae too.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I agree. Trae should go. Fuck Trae. DeJounte tweeted something about saying like, I hate when coaches get blamed for players' fuck ups.
They got attention, bro.
Look and see that, and that's the thing. Like
They actually just did like a podcast together and they talked. Yeah, Trae Young and DeJounte, they was both on there at the same time and they was talking about how people think they got a bad relationship when they really don't. But it's just the fit don't match. The scheme don't match.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Because what happens when Trae's in, like when they first made the DeJounte trade, I don't want to go through a whole like analytical basketball shit. But the idea was that maybe Trae goes off ball more like Steph Curry is, run around, shoot threes. That never happened. Trae Young's still on ball. Yeah. So now you got DeJounte Murray who just almost like now he playing off the ball. That don't make no sense.
But the Hawks better do something. Alexander Zara and DeJounte would be a really good tandem.
He really would.
I've been hearing they're going Dillingham. If not them, then the Spurs are going Dillingham. If they don't get Trey, they're going point guard for Dillingham. In my opinion, right now, looking at the draft prospects, Dillingham is probably the player with the most upside out of everybody.
I don't know, man. Dylan left a bad taste in my mouth in that NCAA tournament against Oakland.
I can see that.
Yeah, like ass.
I can see that.
His game reminds me of they molded him kind of like Booker Murray.
Yeah.
You know, it's that Kentucky guard. He's shifty too. So it's right there. I see it looking at him every time he plays. But
ideally, I think my perfect draft for the Spurs, since we're talking about the Spurs, since they got the 2 lottery picks, would be go first with the wing. Go first with one of the French players. There's 2 French players that are projected to go in the top 4. It's that wing. I don't know how to say his name. And then you got Sarr. One of them might fall to the 4th spot. Grab him because you're going to make Wemby happy because he's from France. He's going to have a buddy play there that, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have somebody they can play along with and then get the guard at the 8th spot. I know it might not be Rob Dillingham, but it's going to be, you can get a guard there. If you really want a guard.
And Trey Jones is a solid guard. So if you have to rely on Trey Jones, that's not something bad that I would look into.
Yeah, like Woj said himself, he was like the Spurs want to get a point guard because they know that's what they needed ever since they traded DeJounte. But they are also like in their front office, they not rushing it. They not finna rush and get a point guard if that's not the fit they want. They gonna get because they got the cap room. They don't got no big contracts tied up. So they can go free agents. They can go. They got draft picks this year and next year. They can get the point guard they want. When they want to get.
They smart with that 4th pick. Go wing, and then draft Bronny, and then you get LeBron James in the free agency.
I said that shit. I said that shit just like that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron
championship window wide open, just like that.
I'm buying a LeBron Spurs jersey. That shit be dope.
Bronny's going 1st round. If we get into that, Bronny's going 1st round in my opinion.
I mean, he's not doing bad in the combine. I don't know if y'all been checking that out. But
that combine is solidifying him as an NBA player, regardless of his stats and whatever you've seen on film. That combine is just solidifying what he can do in game situations, basically. And then they scrimmage too for people that think it was just some shooting and stuff like that.
All right, yeah, that's a great point. Like last topic, just wrap it up. LeBron, Bronny, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just mentioned that. Where y'all see LeBron going? The Lakers are doing everything they can to try to keep him there.
Because they have to. Like without LeBron, the Lakers are ass.
I think the beautiful moment for me would be LeBron go back to the Cavs and somehow, get them to draft him and finish his career there with his son, kind of pass on the torch type shit.
That'd be nice.
That's what I got from that.
Yeah.
And looking on what they're saying, Braun is going to sign like a 3-year deal. So for him to play his whole 3-year deals, his other son is going to be in the NBA if he reaches that potential. So I feel like that Cleveland reunion is what's the writing on the wall right now.
That shit would be dope.
That'd be nice. I agree.
What do you think?
I agree with that take. LeBron going back to the Cleveland and kind of finishing off his career and riding off to the sunset while passing the torch.
Everybody agree with Cleveland?
Yeah.
Everybody agree with Cleveland?
Cleveland wouldn't be a bad choice. My first choice would be him staying with LA because you don't leave where the grass is greener and it ain't. That's the only thing. He did that in Miami and in Cleveland. So
I just don't think there's no other place he would fit besides Cleveland. Yeah. Like
some people threw out Miami. He can have a reunion with Miami.
Fuck Miami.
Him and Pat. I feel like him and Pat, their relationship is where it's at. Yeah.
Well, come to the Spurs then. You know what I'm saying? We got Wemby. We got assets. We got young talent. We'll give Bronny throw him on the Austin Spurs. You know what I'm saying?
Doing anything to keep him. They must be. I seen something said they're signing. Well, not signing. They're talking to JJ Redick for the head coaching job.
Yeah, the Lakers. Yeah.
And that's somebody he prefers. So
JJ Redick kind of get on my nerves a little bit.
JJ Redick is that high school basketball coach.
He think he just know everything, right?
Yeah. Damn. I mean, he went to Duke. So we'll see. Should be a good offseason, though.
Well, let's wrap this up, fellas. You know what I'm saying? We came back strictly basketball today. We got the anime coming back soon. You know what I'm saying? We got we come back. Demon Slayer, My Hero. I'm going to shout that out. You know what I'm saying? Video gaming coming back. And we got another surprise dropping for you. Not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. And then that's going to happen subsequent Sunday. So it's going to keep happening. So stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? Keep following, keep commenting, and hear my boys. Let's see what they got to say.
Y'all tune in next time. We're going to see y'all. It's your boy NBAGHines. Follow me.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe and also turn that notification bell on to stay intact with what we got planned for the future.
Yes, sir. We out. We out.